Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Thursday, September 30th, 2021. We are in the final hour of the trading day, and we are also in the final day of the trading month. September is almost in the can. So, thank you for coming today. I appreciate it. It's always nice to see everyone. I hope you're having a good day. It's a volatile day in the markets. I hope you are staying safe. As you know, my preferred time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions is at the end of the day, in the last hour, and in particular in the last few minutes. I say this and I do this because in the last hour and in the last few minutes, the large financial institutions come in. They start making their buying and selling decisions. They take control of the price away from the day traders and the algorithms because they are dealing with the most money. They have very smart people, best information, best technology, and I believe that the final prices of the day right before the close are the most valid prices to make your buying and selling decisions based upon your levels. So currently, the Dow is down 304 points, down 0.88. The NASDAQ, however, up today 38.76, up 0.27%, and the S&P is down 18.45, down 0.42%. So, like I said, thank you for coming today. I really hope you are staying safe, and I hope you are having a good day, and it is definitely a volatile market today. I am still under the weather, as you can probably hear in my voice, and so struggling a little bit today, running on about half of my cylinder. So I'm going to do my best job that I can do today. I hope you can bear with me. All right. So this is the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we are going to come back. We are going to take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I am going to manage them going forward. After that, we are going to look at some day trades that I have today. Had some good ones, also had some losing ones, but I'll share all of them. After that, we are going to go over to the board, take a look at my students' current positions, talk about when they bought them, why they bought them, how and how they are performing so far. After that, we're going to talk about trader psychology. Most important skill you can ever develop in trading is the ability to manage your emotions in life as well, but this is trading related, so we're going to talk about managing your emotions here. After that, I do have some end-of-day candidates. We're going to go through them as we get closer to the close. I have 3 requirements before I'm looking to enter any trade. First, confluence, combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Secondly, good risk to reward ratio based upon strong support below you and strong resistance above you. 2 to 1 is the minimum. So if I'm risking $1,000, I want to be able to make $2,000 or more to the upside. And then number 3, have a complete trading plan regardless of what market you're trading and what strategy you're trading. And that includes the following for me: position size based upon the current market's volatility. Number 2, know what your maximum allowed loss is. 3, know where your emergency stop is. 4, know where your end of the stop is. 5, know where your intraday profit targets are. 6, know where significant overhead resistance levels are. And number 7, have a good trailing methodology at all times. So we'll go through the end of the day candidates. If something looks good, I will purchase it right before the close of the market. After the market closes, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. If you need clarification on anything, please let me know. If you'd like me to take a look at some stock symbols, go ahead, let me know that as well. I'll do my best to get to them before the close of the market. And then lastly, if my students have any new entries or exits for me today, if you could please wait till the end of the day so that I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, and the pressure is off. Okay, so I am going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I will be back in 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see who is here today. And excuse my voice, I have my quiet voice on today just to conserve energy. Excuse me. All right, Bacon Bandit is here. Good to see you, bud. Hi, all. Hope you are feeling better, Greg. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know if I'm feeling better. I had the chills last night, and man, that was tough. It's not fun having the chills. Michael Wilkinson is here, aka Lova. Nice to see you, Michael. Hope you're doing well, buddy. David is here. Hi, Greg and group. Hello, David. Nice to see you, sir. Miko25 is here. Good afternoon, Greg and all. Nice to see you, Miko. Dan is here with my peace sign. That makes me feel better. Tom, good to see you, buddy. Good chatting with you today on some of those trades, and good lesson last night. Tom is a sharp student. All my students are sharp. Steve Burns is here. Hey, bud. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. And hope you, Holly, and the pups are all doing well. Steve says, hello, Greg. I hope you are starting to feel a little better today. I'm trying. I am definitely trying to feel better. My day trades made me feel better, but I am still struggling. Ava is here. Hello, my good friend. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for everything you do for this channel, Ava. Frank is here. Hello, Greg and group. The market has sharp teeth. It does, and it bites. It nips for sure. And Frank, thank you for being here, and thank you for everything you do for this channel. Ava says, BGFG, not so hot tamale. Sorry, everyone, stopped out this morning. Yeah, it's been a bummer, that one for sure. But that's how it goes. Looked like a good setup at the time we took it, and that's all we can do, right? We position size correctly. We knew what our maximum allowed loss should be. Let me mention, a lot of people think their maximum allowed loss, they have a number in their head that they think they're okay. And maybe if every few months, every fourth month, they hit an emergency stop, they think they're okay with it. But you have to be okay. You have to be okay with the concept of all of your positions hitting all of your maximum losses in any one day. And Tom and I were discussing this, and what happens regularly in my teaching is that my students will tell me what their maximum allowed loss is. Maybe it's 1% of their account. And they feel like, oh yeah, I'm totally fine with that. But over the years, what I've discovered from students is take whatever your maximum allowed loss is, cut it in two. Divide it by 2, and that's probably where emotionally you can handle maximum allowed losses. So 1% is a good rule of thumb. I use something more like 1/4% or 1/2% because I have been in those situations where all of my positions do hit their maximum allowed loss if we have a big, huge down break day that just crashes. And so whatever you think your maximum allowed loss is, in my experience, half of that is probably the right number. Paxton is here. Hey, bud. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, and hope Tracy is doing well. Thanks for being here. Steve said silver back over the 30 RSI today. Oh, did it? Yeah. Let me put that on there. AGQ. Come on, Greg. All right. Yeah, let's see, let's look at the daily. Yeah, a little high on the RSI for me. I don't like to get much over 35, 36, because if I look at this right now on silver, it's almost 39. That's 11 points up to the 50 RSI and 8 points down. So it's better than 1-to-1, but it's not 2-to-1. But anyway, that's how I look at it. Thanks, Steve. And we'll definitely see how that ends up at the end of the day. Okay, well, should we get going? As ugly as it's going to be, let's do it. Ava, Dynamic Duo, Tom, David, Bacon Bandit and Frank with the half position. Good move on the Frank on the half. Yesterday we had a nice confluence of signals. We had an under 30, over 30. We had a V2. We had a false breakout to the downside. We had all sorts of good stuff. Close above the 200-day moving average. I bought at 163.95. Went up strongly early in the day before we had the big turnaround. I'm glad that I got out at one profit target at 164.98. My end of day stop on this trade is a close below the 200-day moving average. So today, if it closes below the 200-day moving average, I will go ahead and sell Johnson & Johnson like a good boy, because that's where my stop is. And hopefully it will close back over and I can keep it and it will zoom to the moon. Who knows? But this trade is down on the day, and it is also down on the down on the trade, down on the day. I've been struggling with that concept lately, haven't I? Okay. All right, here we go. Bgfv. This is what Ava and I were talking about. This was a nice confluence of signals a few days ago. Higher low V2, 520 crossover. But today it has just gone down. It is down 10.69%. You can see this red line down here is my emergency stop. So if it got to my emergency stop, I would sell this right at the second it happened. I would not wait till the end of the day. My stop is a close below 25.80, so it's well below that. So I am going to just have to take my lumps today. And it's an unfortunate trade, but it was a good signal, and I would take this signal every single time it came up. It was a higher low V2, 520 crossover, over 50 RSI, but they don't always work, unfortunately. I'm just glad it's off the low a little bit. So I will be exiting this and taking a loss, the 10.79% loss, which is a biggie. S&P did have a good overnight SPY trade, at least on the S&P. I bought this yesterday at the close at 434.45. I sold it this morning at the open 436 even. So nice little overnight SPY trade. I will be buying that again today at the close. Visa. Lova, Tom, Gary, and I had a nice entry on Visa, under 30, over 30, under the 250, over the 250, under the negative third, over the negative third. I bought at 220.06. I sold half when it rejected the 200-day moving average. I continue to take profits all the way up here, up. Then we moved 1.5 ATRs from our entry. Then I had a close below the previous day's low. I sold half a couple days ago, about 225.64. Went up yesterday, hit a profit target, went up today again, hit another profit target at 228.57 before it reversed. We are at the 200-day moving average. This is one of my potential new entries today, and I would just reload. I would morph it into a new trade. Of course, I sold half here. I sold profits on the way up, so I don't have my full position anymore. But we do have another rejection of the 200-day moving average, which I like, and it is a pretty good risk to reward ratio. So this will be on my list of candidates as well. All right, let's go day trades. Right before the podcast, I did short Apple here as we got right up to the 200-day moving average. It gave me a good risk to reward ratio on this short. I shorted it at 142.86. I covered half at 142.70. I covered another half as it went down at 142.59. So shorted at 142.86, covered at 142.70, and covered at 142.59. Okay, so that is that trade. That one was profitable. I had an unprofitable trade earlier in the day here with an under 30, over 30, bought at 142.06. Held for one bar and then boom down, got out at 141.86. So I went long at 142.06 and I got out for a loss at 141.86. So those are the two trades on Apple. Amazon. Where's my Amazon trade? Here we go. Nice trade on Amazon, higher low V1. I bought this. See, we were below the value zone. We came into the value zone. We pulled back. I bought at 32.9308. I sold half on a big bar up at 32.98.90. It held halfway the washout bar here. You can see it tested at 1, 2, 3, almost 4 times. It held that level, that important level. Then it moved up strongly, got out at another half of a half at 33.04.80. And then I got out here and I just called it good because we were nearing the higher RSI levels and we were also nearing the third ATR channel at 33.08.40. So I went long at 32.93.80. I got out part at 32.98.90, got out part at 33.04.80, and got out of another part at 33.08.40. So those are the Amazon trades. And then VIXy. I've been quite the VIX trader lately. Here we go. Let's see. Yep, there's that trade. All right, here was the first trade of the day. We had a close under, close over the 200-day moving average. I did buy this because of the increased volume on the bar where it closed above the 200. So I got in at 127.11. I sold half at 20. Sorry, jeez, Greg. All right, 27.11. I got out of a portion at 27.44. Got out of another portion at 27.50. Got out of another portion at 27.80. Not too bad there, right? So again, in at 26.94. No, sorry. 27.11, out at 27.44, out at 27.50, and out at 27.80 on the long side. That was good. Then I did short VIX, and this was kind of a bummer because I shorted. We had this big down bar. We got halfway. I shorted at 28.15. I covered half at 27.96. Then it moved back up to my entry and I got out at break even at 28.15. So it was profitable. The profitable part was the short from 28.15 down to 27.96. And you can see that was it went way, way down, but I followed my rules and that's that. All right. So, oh boy, did I do what I think I did? No, I'm okay. All right. Okay, let's go over to your positions, see what's going on with those. All right, we have Steve Burns did buy Teradyne with an under 30, over 30 yesterday. He bought it at 109.29. It's 110, so it's up on the day, up on the trade. Very nice, Steve. Glad to see some positive trades there. Domino's Pizza. Steve did buy Domino's Pizza yesterday. Looks like bounced near the 30 RSI, bought it at 484.34. It's 479.08. This one is down 0.81% today, so down on the trade and also down on the day. Facebook strong today, like a bull. David and Tom bought Facebook at 346.22. It's 342.35. It is down. It was an under over 30. It is up on the day, but it is down on the trade. TELL, nice big day for Frank here. Frank bought at 330 back here on the 23rd, bought at 330. It's currently 339, up 4.8% today. And Frank is up 16.28% on this trade. Way to go, Frank. Zooming on up here today. I do have Michael Martin and Zoom with an under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third at 287.26. This has gone down significantly since then, but it is an under 30, over 30 again today with the double bottom and a bullish divergence. As a matter of fact, let me put that on my list. Tom, if you're out there, we have the low with the deep red MACD bars. We did rally to green. We have gone lower. There's very little red to the downside. So that's a double bottom with the bullish divergence. And so I am going to put this on the list as well. All right, let me put this over here. CM. All right. So that does look pretty good. Levi. All right, we have Levi. We have, who bought this? Is this Dynamic Duo? Yeah. They did buy at 25.38. Sold half, luckily, when it was profitable. Other half down today, down 4.17%, and did lose the 200-day moving average. XLRE is Lava. Lava bought real estate with an under 30, over 30 at 44.86. It's 44.89, so it is down on the day, but Lava is still up on the trade, which is great. Lilly, Michael Martin and Gary did buy Eli Lilly with an under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third, and a V2 at 232.08. With the down move in the market, it did go down, but this is up today. Lilly is up 1.09% on the day, and Michael Martin and Gary are back up on the trade. So that's fantastic. Path. I think this is Frank. Yes, Frank bought Path back here on the 21st at 51.95. It's 52.76. That's up 1.46% today on the day, and is also up on the trade. We have Boeing. Kamal bought Boeing back here on the 15th. Looks like a V1. We were holding support here. We were building a base. Bought at 213, it's 221.36. It's down 1.77% on the day, but it is also up 3.7% on the trade. So way to go, Kamal. DocuSign, Steve bought DocuSign with an under 30, over 30 at 258.36. It's 258.85. So it is up on the day, and it is up on the trade. DAL is Delta Airlines with Lava. Nice higher low V1 here at 40.78. Zoomed up like a rocket ship. Sold half here at about 43.46 with the close below the previous day's low after reaching the 1.5 ATR trailing stop. This is slightly down on the day, 1.2%, but Lava is up on this trade. Entry to current price 4.77, so that's beautiful. TMUS, we have Michael Martin bought TMUS here, under 30, over 30, 127.90. It's 128.80. It is up on the day, and it is also up on the trade. And Lava, way to go, buddy. Bought NEE yesterday at 78.34. At 79.29. It's up 1.2% today, so up on the day and up on the trade. All right, it is the end of the month, so I have some monthly trades, and these spent a whopper. I do like to trade multiple time frames, and in my experience, the big moves come from the monthlies and the weeklies. Paxton Tracy, David, and myself, we did buy UNG all the way back here at the end of April. We had a higher low higher low V2, close above the 5 EMA. We bought this at 10.52. We've been in this trade for 5 months, but this month was a monster, up 32.31%. Just this month, hit 4 profit targets on UNG. And this particular trade, now I did exit half of my position here when we rejected the 50, right? Following rules. But this monthly trade on UNG, one of my biggest ever, actually. This is up 48.15%, everyone. Can you believe that? I'm not going to mess with it. It's good. I'll just use my trailing stop methodologies, right? I'd like it to reject the 70. I would get out. But yeah, this is up almost 50% on this monthly trade. And then Exxon had a nice trade on Exxon monthly trade as well. We bought last month when we found support at the 200-day moving average, bought at 54.75. It's 59.38. It's up 8.9% on the month, and I guess right about the same on the trade. So it's why I like trading monthlies. It's why I like trading weeklies as well. I've never traded quarterlies. So that would be a whole other world, wouldn't it? But anyway, just a good example of how monthlies and weeklies can really have some big up moves. Um, Steve says novice traders trade 5 to 10 times too big. I agree. They are taking 5 to 10% risk on a risk they should be taking 1 to 2% on, by Bruce Kovner. Yeah, position size is so important, everyone. I mean, good rule of thumb, 1% of your capital divided by the value of the 2 ATRs on the time frame you're trading. Adjust for volatility is going to keep you out of trouble. But of course, novice traders trade too big. Remember the old bull traders and old traders, but there's no old bold traders, because you trade long enough, you are going to find out. And that's why us old traders are pretty conservative. But you're 100% right, Steve. Ava says Q's bounce at the 100 SMA. Almost. What's my favorite word, Ava? You know it. You want to type it in there? You don't have to. All right. Yes, the Qs did bounce at the 100-day moving average today. Let's see RSI-wise where we are at the low of the day. 31. I mean, that's quite a confluence there. It's under 30. Under the negative third, over the negative third, bounced at the 100, back over the negative third ATR channel. I mean, it looks pretty good on the weekly. We rejected the 20. So, from a risk to reward standpoint, pretty good. I would probably wait till the end of the day. Michael says, Ava, BGFS doesn't bother me. Your analysis was correct. I trust your analysis in the future. I 100% agree. I totally trust Ava's analysis. She is just become an excellent trader. Very proud of you, Ava. Ava says, thank you, Michael. So sweet of you. Thanks, David. Steve says, KMX went off the cliff. Yeah, I saw that. KMX is CarMax. Another good example, everyone, of why I do not hold through earnings, because this can happen. It's down 11.46% today because for some reason the earnings did not meet the expectations. And so we always want to manage risk. That needs to be our first priority, and holding through earnings is a good way to put yourself at risk. And that's exactly what happened here today. Frank says, September, October always make me bring the outfield in on potential losses. Sounds good. Yes, they're difficult months historically. Steve says PLTK has a 520 crossover. PLTK? I don't have that one, Steve. So that one's not available for me to look at for some reason. Marco is here. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're having a nice evening. Give my best to your cousin. Always appreciate you guys coming by. Here's a poem. Let's read the poem from Frank. You know it's going to be good because it's a Frank poem. That's all I have to say, right? All right, here we go. Every day brings something new. Perhaps it's just a different view. Simplicity keeps a setup from going askew, because markets can be tricky, making it hard to know what to do. How good is that? Can we give a high five or a high 10? Do people still do high 10s? Maybe that's my old, maybe that dates me. We used to do high 10s. It doesn't even sound right, right? Every day brings something new. Perhaps it's just a different view. Simplicity keeps a setup from going askew, because markets can be tricky, making it hard what to do. Yeah, keeping it simple. That's the point in life as well. Steve says UNG was a great trend trade. Very nice one. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate that, buddy. Dan has a high 10, I think. Undercut. That's my favorite word. Thanks, Ava. The favorite word. That is the favorite word. Steve says PLTK is a recent IPO. Okay, that's why I'm not showing it. All right. I am trying my very best to get through this podcast. Am I doing okay? I'm speaking with my soft church voice because that's what stores up some energy. So Steve says UUP rejected the 70 RSI and silver bounce. So, the dollar and metals tend to go opposite of each other. So what Steve's saying here is that we rejected the 70 RSI. 90% of the time that 70 RSI will be rejected. And so on the flip side of that, that's probably why silver bounced. And silver's on the potential list today, so we'll take a look at that. It's nice to know the interplay between different markets. And when one hits a 70, maybe it's time to buy the other's 30, or you know what I mean? So, all right. Here we go. All right, so I have kind of an interesting post here that I read this morning, and I found it very helpful, and that's why I wanted to share it with you today in our Trader Psychology section. So this is from Surfer Girl at Terry, Terri 1618. Really good channel. I was scrolling through that today. Go ahead and give her some support and subscribe to her. Subscribe to Surfer Girl. Trader Surfer Girl, seems like. And she says here, tips on reducing FOMO, which is fear of missing out, and over trading mentality. We all battle with that, right? Focus on quality versus activity. Gains add up faster than you imagine when you don't give them back on low probability trades. And I 100% agree with her. Let's see what she has to say over here. Over trading and short-term trading can be addictive. We all know that. Take frequent breaks and set alerts. If you feel the need to stare at the screen, stare at weekly charts. That'll put you to sleep for sure, which is good. It gives you a better perspective and reduces the gambling urge. This is serious. I mean, people have gambling addictions. It's a real thing. Being here in the market and trading is completely in line with any addictive kind of behavior. We all know that. We're all trading addicts in one way or the other, right? But you have to figure some things out, and you have to control yourself. One, slow things down. Fewer high probability trades help create mental space. Fewer high probability trades help create mental space, where stocking and planning becomes a habit. This is key. Stocking and planning. I love those two words, especially in regards to trading. I like to stock, just like you're stocking game or prey or whatever. Stocking a chart, waiting for the entry is key, and planning. And then it becomes a habit. It gets so much easier after nailing down some big wins. This is true. I do a lot of day trading. I've always noticed I have good day trades in the morning. It makes trading so much easier after I've had big wins, because then I'm playing, with house money, as it were. Patience really pays. Yoga, meditation, spending time in nature, and aerobic exercise help turn off the limbic system / rat brain that controls fear, addiction, etc. They also reduce stress hormones. It helps you see things more clearly. And everyone knows I do a big walk or a big hike after each trading session. And this is why. Meditation, spending time in nature, and aerobic exercise help turn off the limbic system that controls fear and addiction. I look at my walk as literally just part of my trading day. I have to kind of, get some of that adrenaline and energy out, and that's why I go on a walk. But I would suggest it for everyone, and it's a good time to reflect on your trades. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? And then lastly, the quality of your habits determine the quality of your life. Build great habits. The quality of your habits determine the quality of your life. Build great habits. And for me, one of my great habits is a walk, right? Or a hike every day. It's extremely important to me. It's healthy. It's good to release stress after trading, but I would suggest it for everyone else. So, slow things down, stock the trades, have fewer trades, but better quality trades, do some yoga, meditation, spend some time in nature, and develop good habits. So thank you, Surfer Girl. I appreciate that. This was very helpful for me, and I hope it was helpful for everyone else. And please subscribe to her at Surfer Girl or at Terri TERRIE 1618. Okay. Michael says, your opinion on EFA. My Lord, there's a lot of shares traded. 29 million, over 29 million. Yeah, I kind of like this. The only thing here, Lovin, we should talk about this in the next lesson, but our next private lesson. But we have a nice intraday rejection of the of the 200-day moving average. Let's see, did it get under 30? No, it didn't. But it did also wash out this low. Now, when you have a previous low and you go below it, Mike, when you rally back up to it, now it's acting as resistance. And you can see the low of the range here, 78.32. See how it's acting as resistance now? If we could form a V1, get back over the low of that range, it would be decent. It would be decent. There's certainly, it's only down 6 cents on the day, which is pretty good. On the weekly, it's lost the -1 ATR channel. It's not great. I would put it in a neutral category, but yeah, that's okay. What do they do? What did they do, Lova? Oh, it's right here in front of me. It's the equivalent of Federal Employees International Fund. Federal employees could move retirement money in it today. Oh, that makes sense. Paxton says, guilty, gambling addict. Well, first steps admitting, right? Paxton plays poker. That's how we met. He's a great poker player. And we're all in that boat, Packy. Let's get real, right? Let's just call it what it is. But casinos are also in the gambling business, but they make money because they have an edge. So that's how I prefer to look at myself. Yes, I am in the gambling speculation business, but I like to be the house. And if I said to you, hey, I'm a professional gambler, people go, yeah, well. But if I said, oh, I own a casino, it'd be like, oh, nice. What's the difference? Why the attitude with the former and not the latter, right? It's because there's an edge there. People understand that. It's the same with trading, everyone. Okay. So before we start looking at new stuff, let's take a look at our old stuff. Johnson & Johnson. Yep. Need to get out of this today with the close under the 200. There's no doubt about that. Bgfv. Also going to have to get out of this with the loss. SPY. Glad to have a gain on that one. Going to buy that at the close. And Visa. One of my potentials today here with this rejection of the 200-day moving average. Jonathan says, Visa 200 bounce. Yep, I am considering entering a new position on Visa today with that good risk to reward ratio bounce. And I love Visa. Come on. Michael says, thank you. I see the resistance of EFA now. I was blinded by the excitement of the 200 and the -3rd ATR channel. Well, good. Let's not get blinded and get excited. Let's keep steely-eyed, right? And objective and notice everything. Excitement is not good in trading. You got to be cool. You got to just be, I can't think of the word. I have been grasping for words for the last week. Usually I'm better with words. All right, let's take a look, see what's going on, everybody. Carnival Cruise. All right, well, we had a nice run up here. Tom, if you're listening, this run up was big MACD bars, right? Really strong. Having a pullback makes sense, right? I would expect it. What I like is see the volume on the upside. Strong. See, we have this pullback here, which is to be expected, but it came on lower volume. I like that. That's just a little profit taking. So I do like Carnival Cruise. My end of day stop would be a loss of the 200-day moving average. Weekly, still holding 50 RSI, kind of ugly on the week here with the V1, but still holding the major moving averages and decent risk to reward ratio. KO, is Coca-Cola. I was considering buying Coca-Cola with the close over the 200. Right now, that is not the case. Amazon. Okay, so, this is kind of a tricky one here, everyone. You could buy Amazon today because it rejected the 250-day moving average. The different way to look at this, though, is now we have the 200-day moving average above us as resistance. It's closer to the current price than the 250 is away. This is a tough one, and it's a V1. Well, it was a V1 a minute ago. Let's take a look at the weekly. Yeah, we bounced off the 50-week moving average. I kind of like it. The only question here, and Tom and I were doing this. Tom, I'd like your opinion on this. You were nailing them last night. Do you like this off the 250? Do you like a close over the 200 instead? If you get a close over 200, you're going to pay more, obviously, but you're going to have better confirmation. If you buy off the 250, which is legitimate, you have the 200 as resistance above you. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that, Tom, if you don't mind. GDX is gold miners. We had an under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third. Looks like we have a close above the 5 EMA. If we look at the weekly, we bounced off the negative third ATR channel. Looks pretty good. I mean, the only thing here is that there were some sellers that came in at the top. 35 is okay because I have 15 points to the upside, 5 to the down. That gives me a good risk to reward ratio. Pretty strong move down here. Is this just a bounce? Hard to say, but that's a potential. I wish I knew. I would tell you. MCK, McCormick, we have an under 30, over 30, and under the negative third, over the negative third. This is all good. It came on earnings, though. And in my research, usually the large financial institutions do not buy on or sell on the earnings. They do it the next day. So tomorrow we could have a whipsaw. Well, it doesn't even matter. Now it's 29.57, so I'm not even interested at all. The only thing that would make me interested is the under over 30. But as it is right now, no. VRM has an under 30, over 30. Tom pointed this out. We have a triple bottom here, actually. We had this low, deep red MACD bars. We rallied to green. We came back, made a lower low. Still green MACD bars. We rallied, came back again. So we've had 3 bottoms. This looks like 3 Little Indians, which is from High Probability Trading book by Linda Raschke, has an under 30, over 30. The weekly did lose the 30 RSI, did lose the negative third ATR channel. I think I'm going to pass on this one. It's $22 stock. I think I'm going to pass. Visa. All right. Well, this is what we were talking about. I do like potentially just getting into Visa again with another full position. 223.44 is the 200-day moving average. It is holding that 223.55. So that is also a potential. AGQ. Under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third, as Steve pointed out. It's a little high for me RSI-wise. It's a little high. What I'd like to see it come, ideally, I'd like to see this come back, maybe even halfway here, test the halfway, and still hold over 30, give me a better risk-to-reward ratio. And then zoom. Double bottom, bullish divergence, under the negative third, over the negative third. Let's look at the weekly off there. So dang, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough to decide on all of these. Let me take care of a little business here. All right, good. That's taken care of. So 15 minutes to go. Where are we at? Dow's down 426, NASDAQ's down 11, SPY's down 34. So everything looks pretty nasty at the moment. CCL. Okay, do I want to buy CCL? I like the strong move up. I like the strong MACD. I like the pullback on the lower volume. Decent risk to reward ratio. If we look at the weekly, weekly did reject the 1 ATR channel. I think I like it a little bit less. Amazon does not look, well, it's getting closer to the 250. The closer it gets to the 250, the more I like it. GDX, right there, under 30, over 30. If you don't like the RSI level on silver, this one might be an alternative. It usually goes the same direction as metals because it's a gold miner. But yeah, I do like GDX. Visa looks like it's losing the 200-day moving average right now. So if that's the case, I'm going to have to just exit my entire trade on Visa. So depending if it closes above that 200 or below, either one, I get out, or two, I reload. I'm kind of leaning towards just getting out. Zoom. I like the double bottom, bullish divergence. I like the move up here. I like the rejection of the negative third ATR channel. So that's a tough one. CCL is a little tough here. It's a little higher than I like to buy it. It is down significantly today. Amazon having a little bit rally there. No double bottoms, divergences, anything like that. Market vector, the GDX, the under 30, over 30, but there has been some selling right at the 10-day. Visa holding the no, underneath the 200 now. And Zoom, double bottom, bullish divergence, under 30, over 30. Yeah, I probably like Zoom the most at the moment. Oh, and then we had SQ as well. Under 200, over 200, double bottom, bullish divergence. Why did I not have Square on here? Ava pointed that out to me earlier. Yeah, I actually kind of like Square the best at the moment. If it holds above the 200-day moving average. I mean, the relative strength is very strong today. What do we have? 240.21. We're at 240.36, so that is valid. At the moment anyway. Zoom is under 30 now, so I'm going to take that one off. I love when I can nitpick and get rid of something. I mean, it's really what I try to do. I just try to look at things, find as many bad things as possible. It sounds horribly negative, right? But we're talking about stock trading here, right? Visa looks like it's losing the 200. CCL, I keep coming back to that. Amazon's totally legit there off of the 250. Kind of like Amazon, actually. We're right at halfway, that big down bar on Square. That's a little concerning for me. Tom, we were talking about that, the nuances of this. Yes, it's an under 200, over 200, but we're right at that halfway. Well, we have about 10 minutes, so we'll see. Ava says Wix has a double bottom with bullish divergence, undercut, under 30, over 30, under negative third. All right, well, that sounds good. Let's take a look, Ava. Yeah, it does, but I don't like the big down bar. I don't like it at all. It's strong today, that's for sure. Tom says, personally, I'd wait for the 200. Tom, you're talking about Amazon? Yeah, as it was closer, now we have more upside than downside potential. We're holding that 50. Misha, nice to see you. SQ has a double bottom, is above 200. Yep, you are correct. The only thing though is that we're right at that halfway, and I think we are technically under the 200 now as well. Steve says the Dow Jones down 400 points, NASDAQ turned negative. Michael Wilkins says LAC. I think we looked at that. Oh, I looked at this earlier. Okay, so we came into the value zone. We made a lower high. Did we wash out the low? We did here. We had a big gap. We did fill part of it. I still think there's more. I think there's at least a quarter ATR of gap still available here, or still available. But I mean, it looks strong. It definitely looks pretty strong. If I were to buy this, my stop here would be about the low of the day at 2080. Do we have more than 2 times the upside for this? I think it's questionable, Mike. I really do think it is questionable whether or not the risk to reward makes sense on this trade, because that's a little chasey just by itself. All right, so first of all, I'm going to get to work and sell Johnson & Johnson. Well, shucks. I guess I should wait till the end of the day. It's pretty nasty, though. Bgfv, I will be selling that. Visa is under the 200 now. I think my favorites at the moment are Amazon, GDX, and looks like Square is under. So we can get rid of Apple, Amazon, and GDX are probably my 2 favorites here. All right, I think I am going to go ahead and buy Amazon. I think that's going to be my trade today, with the rejection of the 250. All right, so I did buy Amazon. If it closes under the 200, I'll go ahead and just take the loss. Johnson & Johnson, going to have to get rid of J&J. I guess I'll just wait. That's the right thing to do. Okay, I bought Amazon there. And did I buy it over here? Yes, I did. PLTK is in its own little world with its relative strength. Oh, shoot. That's the one I can't pull up. Tom says, do you buy monthly today or tomorrow? Today. Oh, I forgot. Tom and I spent all this time looking at monthly trades last night. Let's take a look at the 2 potentials on the monthlies. USO is United States Oil. Does have a 520 crossover. MACD is positive. It's up 9.55%. I think I'm going to pass because of the it's over the 1 ATR channel. And we do not have the 520 crossover. The other option was VIX. I'm already in VIX right now because of the on the weekly. But right now, VIX did go under 30, over 30 here on the monthly. I already have this on the weekly, but this could be a decent long-term trade if VIX takes off. It's a good risk to reward ratio, I can tell you that, at 31.70. Okay, 1,500. All right, well, it's getting nasty out there. Now we're down to 523 points, everyone. Now, is Amazon going to hold the 250? That's the question. If not, I'm just going to have to, what are we at there? We're at 32.8602, 32.88. So we are close. If not, I'm going to have to just go ahead and take a same day loss on that. All right, I'm selling Johnson & Johnson, taking the loss. I'm also taking Bgfv, taking the loss. Also getting rid of Visa. Oh boy. Okay, good. Whew. Okay. So I am out of everything that I needed to get out of, and I did get into Amazon. And I'm just going to pass on GDX here. So I'm going with Amazon with the close over the 200-day moving average. We have 1 minute to go. Everybody. So no monthly trades for me. Ooh, is Amazon going to hold? 32.86. It's going to be a close one. $32.8601, $32.85. Oh boy, now it's under. Man. All right. All right. So I did go ahead and take an intraday loss on Amazon. It did close under the 250. So I bought it at 32.92.33, sold it there at about 32.85 because of the loss of the 250-day moving average. So, how about that? How about that? So I did get rid of Johnson & Johnson. My gosh, that's ugly bar. Took my lumps there. Also ugly on Bgfv. Did buy SPY. And let's see where I bought SPY. bought overnight SPY at 429.14. $429.14 on the overnight SPY trade. And also got rid of Visa. So I am down to one position. I'm down to SPY for my dailies. I am down to one position, the overnight SPY trade, and that is it. Sold Visa with a close below 200-day moving average. Wow, amazing, incredible day. And I don't mean in a good way. Listen, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today, this would be the time to put them in the live stream chat, and we'll get them all updated. Before we do that, just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I believe I'm a good teacher, and I know I teach a great course where I teach you all 5 of my different trading strategies, step by step. If you take this course, when you're done with it, you will be a better trader. I promise you. I've taught people from all over the world and have seen them grow into great traders, and you could also be one of those people, but we have to do the 15 hours of instruction. It does cost $1,750, but it is worth every penny, I can assure you. So if you are interested, just send me an email. My email address is in the link of this video, this YouTube video, and just say, Greg, interested in potentially taking your course. I will reply and say, thank you for saying hi. That sounds great. Let's set up a Skype call. The Skype call is for you and I to be able to talk to each other. I want to learn more about you and your trading, your challenges, your goals, and it's a good time for you to ask me any questions about the course as well. All right, and then when we're done with the call, think about it as long as you want, and then one day if you decide that's the day, email me and we'll start the course. It will be fun, and you will definitely become a better trader. Secondly, I do have a great online course available on udemy.com. The link to that, to the udemy.com link, is in the description of this video. I teach you the deep dip buy stock trading approach. It's a great course. There's a lot of content, 9.5 hours of video, 26 videos, 15 study guides, and it's one of my favorite approaches. And the best news, it only costs like $12 or $15 on Udemy, and you are going to learn a lot. Number 3, if you like today's podcast, I would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps to build the channel, keep the channel around, and lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content here. So if you wouldn't mind clicking the little thumbs uppy before you click on out of here, I would really, really appreciate that. All right, so Steve Burns is long AGQ. At 31.97. And let's see if my charts will survive doing this. 31.97 cents for Steve Burns on the under 30, over 30. All right. Steve is also, oh, that's the one I can't put in, Steve. Sorry, I can't put that one in. Steve exited Domino's Pizza. All right. Jonathan is out of J&J. Man, that was a nasty. And out of BGFV. David is out of J&J. And out of BGFV. Steve Burns says September 2021 was the worst month for the S&P since March 2020. That's us right now. Tom is out of Visa. Glad you've been scaling out there, Tom. Out of BGFV. Out of J&J. think I already took you out of that. And in the VIX on the monthly. All right, I will put here Tom monthly trade, and I'm just going to put that at about 27.80. Frank says, I had a Band-Aid stopwatch on J&J. No boo-hoo. No boo-boo. Good for you, buddy. Good for you, Frank. Glad that was a halfie, too. Michael is at a Bgfv. Excuse me. Out of DAL. Rejection of 65 RSI below the 5 EMA. Very good. Visa is Leva. In Amazon. Right. Paxton is out of Levi. Yeah, nasty day. Really, really nasty. Nastiness, I'm telling you. Okay, that's Dynamic Duo. Out of J&J. J&J was rottenly nasty today, wasn't it? My gosh. And Bgfv. And in PLTK, I can't put that one in because I don't have that on my charts. Jonathan says, on a happy note, my order of 72 bottles of Portuguese wine did arrive yesterday. Excellent. There is some good news today. I hope you enjoy that, Jonathan. All right. Kamal is back in the oob. I mean, Kamal is, excuse me. 44.44. Was that just happenstance, Kamal? That sounds like a limit order to me. Michael says, this month was forecasted correctly by our seasonal analyst, Gregorian. Oh, by... drawing a blank. Glenn. Wes says, hey, Greg, any idea when your schedule might be opening up to take on new students? In a couple weeks, Wes. And I'll be happy to do that with you. Yeah, in a couple weeks, I'll be through the course with some other students. Right now, unfortunately, I'm just booked every night, so I just don't have any. I don't have any availability. But in a couple weeks, things will be opening up, and keep checking with me. I think I have your email as well, and I'll let you know. But thanks for asking, bud. And I look forward to teaching you if that's what we end up doing. Johnson & Johnson, Ava. All right. All right. Ava is in a half position of AGQ along with Steve Burns. Okay. David says, Greg, I hope you get better. Thanks, group. Thank you, bud. All right. So, out of BGFV, did not take GDX. Wow. I have the SPY, and that is it. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. That was a trick. I think everyone's out of Bgfv. Yeah. And Dominoes. Steve, we still in Dominoes? No, you're not. You're not. Facebook was rather strong today, only down 22 cents. All right. Does anyone have any other updates for me? I can't put PLTK on for Steve because I don't have that in my charts. What's going on after hours here? Apple's up a tiny bit. Amazon's down. Alibaba was up on the day. That's good. Tomorrow's Friday. SPY's up 50 cents, so that's a goodie. VIX down 23 cents. And XOM. So yeah, I've got the SPY on the dailies. I have the SPY, and that is it. Tom says, thanks, Greg. Hope you're back to 100% by the weekend. I sure hope so. That would be nice. Allie says, Steve, when you have a 520 EMA cross, what is your trigger to close the position out? What is your stop loss or TP? So I don't know if Steve's still in here with us. Allie, I guess I'll just wait to see if Steve answers that. I know for one thing, his entry exit would be if the 520 crossed over, if it crossed under, that would be his end of day stop on that particular trade. Taking profit would be a rejection of the 70 RSI or a close below the previous day's low. It depends, though. It has to be taking in context. So, essentially his stop would be a 520 cross under, and his taking profit would either be a rejection of the 70 RSI or a previous range, or a close below the previous day's low. You're welcome, Ali. Ava says, thank you, Greg. Feel well. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Ava. Appreciate you. Wow, what a month this has been. Holy hamburgers. Oh, I hear a little puppy next door. I hear a little puppy-lup. I want to go over and see that dog. All right. Well, listen, let's read this before we get on with our day. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. Let's read it slowly. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. I think we need to be more in the right direction, don't you? So let's do one random act of kindness daily for another human and also for an animal. If you can do that, it'd be twice as good. Make everyone involved feel good. And maybe one day when you need it, someone will be there. I always like to leave off with this. I just think it's a good policy. It's something I try to do in my day, every day, and make you feel good. I promise. Excuse me, everyone. Kamal says, thanks, Greg. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Kamal. Appreciate it, bud. Well, interesting times here. VIX is down 27 cents after hours, so S&P up 38 cents. Amazon up $5. big spread there, though. All right. Cheers, guys. Rest up, Greg. Thanks, Jonathan. Enjoy that wine, my friend. Say hello to the family for me. Okay. Well, Michael says, thank you for everything, Greg. You're certainly welcome, Lova. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate your friendship. And looking forward to our next lesson on Monday. Yeah, a lot of nastiness in the market for sure. What did the Qs do? They untriggered that V1. They are holding right there. Should be interesting to see what happens tomorrow, especially being a Friday. Well, I got one heck of a good deal on the S&P overnight SPY trade. We'll see how good of a deal it is tomorrow. All right, everybody. I think that's about it for me. I'm going to get on with my day, which probably involves a big nap. And I appreciate you being here. Have a good rest of your day. Be good, be kind, be safe, drive safe, right? And, you know, if you got beat up today, that's part of trading, right? It's part of trading. We always have tomorrow. Don't try to think of your profit and loss just one day to the next. Think about it in the long term. Each trade, just one of the next 1,000 trades. So, you know, if you had a bad day today, it doesn't mean you're a bad trader. If you have a great day one day, it doesn't mean you're a good trader either. It's just consistency and following your process. So, all right, that's it for me, everyone. I've got to run the U.S. legal disclaimer on the way out, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity.